Welcome back, coins lovers. The 1981 Norwegian 50R coin is more than just a small piece of metal. It is a reflection of Norway's rich history, cultural identity, and economic evolution. Although it represents only half a krone, this coin carries centuries of symbolism and national pride within its modest frame. From the moment it was minted, the 50R served as a functional coin for everyday transactions while simultaneously acting as a miniature ambassador of Norwegian heritage. Its design, featuring the royal lion holding an axe and crowned with the monarchy's emblem, is a direct connection to the country's royal past, a symbol that has been revered in Norwegian heraldry for generations. Norway's currency system underwent a significant transformation in the late 19th century, with the introduction of the krone in 1875, replacing the old spesideler. The krone was subdivided into 100 creating a decimal currency system that made financial transactions simpler and more efficient. The 50R coin as half a krone became a widely used denomination, allowing citizens to conduct smaller purchases easily. Over the decades, it served as a reliable medium of exchange, circulating through the hands of everyday Norwegians, from grocery shoppers to merchants. Despite its seemingly ordinary role, the coin's design and symbolism elevated it far beyond mere monetary function. The obverse of the 1981 50R coin features the Norwegian Royal Lion, one of the country's most enduring national symbols. The lion, depicted holding a halberd or axe, represents courage, strength, and guardianship. Above the shield sits a crown, signifying the monarchy and Norway's royal lineage. These symbols were not chosen arbitrarily. They were a deliberate expression of national pride and identity. Every curve, line, and proportion was carefully crafted by the Norwegian mint to convey authority, stability, and tradition. The coin's reverse is simpler, displaying its denomination 50R and the country name Norge, emphasizing clarity and functionality, yet harmonizing perfectly with the symbolic obverse. The coin itself is composed of copper-nickel, a durable alloy that ensures longevity and circulation, weighing approximately 4.8 grams with a diameter of 22 millimeters and a thickness of 1.63 millimeters. It was designed to be both practical and aesthetically pleasing. The official minting took place at the Norske Myntverk in Kongsberg, a facility renowned for precision and quality in coin production. Even though it was intended for everyday use, the careful attention to detail in the minting process highlights Norway's respect for artistry and national symbolism in coinage. Historically, the 50R coin played an integral role in Norway's daily economic life. It allowed citizens to make small purchases efficiently, from minor market transactions to paying for transportation and services. In a pre-digital era, coins like the 50R were indispensable. Their circulation connected ordinary Norwegians with the broader economic framework of the country, creating a tangible link between citizens and the state. While small in value, the coin's ubiquity made it a constant presence in Norwegian society, quietly reinforcing the nation's currency system. Beyond functionality, the 1981 50R serves as a historical artifact, representing Norway's political and cultural stability during the late 20th century. The lion symbol on the coin harkens back to centuries of royal tradition, linking contemporary society with the nation's medieval past. The crown atop the shield is a reminder of Norway's enduring monarchy, an institution that has provided continuity and unity throughout periods of social and political change. For collectors and historians alike, the coin is a miniature storyteller, encapsulating decades of heritage in its compact design. With the passage of time, smaller denominations such as the 50R began to lose their practicality due to inflation and economic modernization. Eventually, the coin was withdrawn as legal tender on May 1, 2012, marking the end of its official circulation. This withdrawal did not diminish the coin's historical or numismatic value. On the contrary, it elevated its status among collectors and enthusiasts. Today, owning a 1981 50R is akin to holding a piece of living history, a tangible connection to Norway's economic past and cultural identity. Collectors particularly value the 1981 50R for its design, symbolism, and historical context. The Royal Lion motif, the precision in minting, and the story it tells about Norway's monarchy and currency evolution make it a sought-after piece. Its relatively small size belies its significance. While it was once a commonplace coin in circulation, it now represents a snapshot of Norway's monetary and cultural narrative. Numismatists appreciate the coin not only for its artistry, but also for its role in the broader story of Scandinavian coinage. Beyond numismatic value, the 1981 50R is culturally significant. Coins are often reflections of the societies that produce them, and this coin is no exception. It embodies a balance between functionality and symbolism, practicality and pride. The Royal Lion and Crown speak of continuity, authority, and heritage, while the coin's everyday use reminds us of the lived experiences of ordinary Norwegians. It is a coin that bridges the gap between past and present, serving as both a tool for commerce and a vessel for history. Beyond functionality, the 1981 50R serves as a historical artifact, representing Norway's political and cultural stability during the late 20th century. The lion symbol on the coin harkens back to centuries of royal tradition, linking contemporary society with the nation's medieval past. The crown atop the shield is a reminder of Norway's enduring monarchy, an institution that has provided continuity and unity throughout periods of social and political change. For collectors and historians alike, the coin is a miniature storyteller, encapsulating decades of heritage in its compact design. With the passage of time, smaller denominations such as the 50R began to lose their practicality due to inflation and economic modernization. Eventually, the coin was withdrawn as legal tender on May 1, 2012, marking the end of its official circulation. This withdrawal did not diminish the coin's historical or numismatic value. On the contrary, it elevated its status among collectors and enthusiasts. Today, owning a 1981 50R is akin to holding a piece of living history, a tangible connection to Norway's economic past and cultural identity. Collectors particularly value the 1981 50R for its design, symbolism, and historical context. The Royal Lion motif, the precision in minting, and the story it tells about Norway's monarchy and currency evolution make it a sought-after piece. Its relatively small size belies its significance. While it was once a commonplace coin in circulation, it now represents a snapshot of Norway's monetary and cultural narrative. Numismatists appreciate the coin not only for its artistry, but also for its role in the broader story of Scandinavian coinage. Beyond numismatic value, the 1981 50R is culturally significant. Coins are often reflections of the societies that produce them, and this coin is no exception. It embodies a balance between functionality and symbolism, practicality and pride. The Royal Lion and Crown speak of continuity, authority, and heritage, while the coin's everyday use reminds us of the lived experiences of ordinary Norwegians. It is a coin that bridges the gap between past and present, serving as both a tool for commerce and a vessel for history. In creating content about the 1981 Norwegian 50R, one can focus on its visual appeal, historical depth, and cultural significance. A video or reel could begin by highlighting the coin's intricate details, explaining the lion and crown symbolism, and connecting viewers to Norway's broader historical and economic narrative. By sharing both the practical and symbolic stories, content creators can bring this modest coin to life, demonstrating that even the smallest denominations carry immense historical weight. The story of the 1981 Norwegian 50R coin extends far beyond its metal composition or monetary value. To fully appreciate it, one must first understand Norway's deep-rooted coinage history. Norway's earliest coins date back to the medieval era, when silver pennies, known as penninger, were used under the rule of various kings. These coins were not only mediums of exchange but also tools for asserting royal authority and demonstrating Norway's sovereignty. By the time the modern krona was introduced in 1875, Norwegian coinage had evolved through centuries of political change, including union periods with Denmark and Sweden, wars, and economic fluctuations. Each coin, small as it may have been, carried with it the weight of Norway's identity, sovereignty, and the monarchy's legitimacy. The 50R coin sits at the intersection of this long historical line. While it served ordinary, everyday purposes, buying groceries, paying for transportation, or making small payments, it was also a miniature representation of Norway's royal heritage. The lion depicted on the obverse is not a random figure. It is a centuries-old emblem of royal authority, courage, and national pride. In Norwegian heraldry, the lion has consistently symbolized vigilance and strength, often shown wielding a halberd to signify defense and readiness to protect the realm. This combination of historical, symbolism, and functional currency made the 1981 50R a small yet meaningful token of national identity. The minting process itself adds another layer to the coin's story. Produced at the Norske Myntverk in Kongsberg, a facility with centuries of experience in coin production, each 50R coin was carefully struck to ensure both durability and aesthetic clarity. The copper-nickel alloy provided resilience for daily handling, while the precise engraving of the royal lion and crown demonstrated the Norwegian commitment to craftsmanship. For those who study numismatics, this coin exemplifies the balance between artistry and utility, an everyday object elevated by design and historical significance. During the late 20th century, Norway was a nation undergoing economic growth, modernization, and social development. Coins like the 50R were an essential part of daily life, silently weaving themselves into the fabric of society. They passed through countless hands: shopkeepers, students, workers, and travelers, each coin witnessing the mundane yet vital routines of the nation. Imagine a small 50R coin traveling from the bustling markets of Oslo to a quiet village in the fjords, connecting different parts of society and generations. In this way, the coin is not just a monetary instrument. It becomes a symbol of shared experience, a silent participant in the country's economic and cultural life. The cultural significance of the royal lion cannot be overstated. In Norway, lions have adorned shields, banners, and official seals for centuries, representing not only the monarchy but also the values of courage, vigilance, and justice. On the 1981 50R, the lion wields a halberd, ancient weapon symbolizing protection and authority, while the crown above the shield reinforces the legitimacy and continuity of Norway's royal lineage. For a citizen holding this coin, it is a daily reminder of the nation's historical roots and the enduring presence of its monarchy. Every detail, from the sharp lines of the lion's mane to the proportion of the crown, reflects thoughtful design and symbolic intent. Economically, the 50R coin played an indispensable role. Though its value was modest, it was essential for facilitating small transactions in a pre-digital society. Over the decades, it adapted to changing economic realities. Inflation gradually reduced the purchasing power of smaller denominations, but the coin remained in circulation for decades because it was convenient, familiar, and widely accepted. Its presence in wallets and cash registers served as a tangible link between citizens and the state, a reminder of the structure and stability of Norway's monetary system. As time passed, the coin also became a point of interest for collectors. While not rare during its circulation, the 1981 50R gained value after its withdrawal as legal tender on May 1, 2012. Today, numismatists appreciate it for its combination of historical significance, design quality, and cultural symbolism. It represents a specific era in Norway's economic and cultural evolution, a snapshot of the late 20th century captured in copper-nickel alloy. Collectors also admire the coin for its minimalist elegance, the balance of functionality and artistic expression, and the rich narrative encapsulated in its tiny frame. The 198150R coin also provides insight into Norway's broader cultural and political history. By examining its design and circulation, one can understand how Norwegians valued symbolism, national pride, and practicality simultaneously. The coin's longevity and enduring recognition illustrate how even everyday objects can carry deep cultural significance. It serves as a miniature ambassador, teaching modern audiences about monarchy, heraldry, and national identity, all while being a simple tool for commerce. In modern times, the coin is no longer used in daily transactions, but its story continues to captivate collectors, historians, and enthusiasts worldwide. Holding a 1981 50R is like holding a time capsule. It connects the past to the present, linking Norway's royal heritage, economic history, and cultural identity. Even in a world dominated by digital transactions, this small coin reminds us of the tactile, human side of money. The coins passed from hand to hand, the stories embedded in their designs, and the silent witnesses they were to everyday life. The coin's narrative also serves as an educational tool. For young collectors or viewers on platforms like YouTube, the 1981 Norwegian 50R can open discussions about history, economics, and art. It is a starting point for exploring Norwegian coinage from medieval times to the modern era, highlighting the evolution of design, symbolism, and monetary policy. This coin is not just an object. It is a gateway to understanding centuries of Norwegian culture and economic development. Finally, the 1981 50R exemplifies the enduring connection between utility and legacy. It reminds us that even the most modest objects can have stories worth telling. From its careful minting to its widespread use and eventual retirement, this coin embodies both continuity and change. It represents the practicalities of daily life, the symbolism of monarchy, and the narratives of countless individuals who carried it over the decades. For anyone exploring Norwegian history or numismatics, it offers lessons in design, culture, and the human experience, all compressed into a coin no larger than a fingertip dot. As we move further into the story of the 1981 Norwegian 50R, it becomes clear that this coin was more than a piece of currency. It was a cultural artifact. In the early 1980s, Norway was navigating both domestic modernization and the pressures of global economic trends. While the krona provided stability, smaller denominations like the 50R were crucial in everyday commerce, bridging the gap between the smallest transactions and the broader economy. Shoppers used these coins for groceries, market goods, newspapers, and public transport, making it an omnipresent part of Norwegian life. Unlike larger coins or banknotes, which could feel distant or formal, the 50R was intimate and personal, a coin that everyone, from children to the elderly, could handle daily. The coin's design reinforced a sense of national pride. Its obverse, featuring the royal lion clutching a halberd beneath a crown, reminded Norwegians that even their smallest coins carried centuries of tradition. The lion's posture and expression, carefully engraved, conveyed authority, courage, and protection. The crown reinforced Norway's monarchy as a symbol of continuity and unity, especially meaningful during a period of rapid societal change. Even in mundane transactions, the coin acted as a subtle emblem of the nation's identity. The 1981 50R also provides insight into the craftsmanship of coin production in Norway. The Norwegian Mint, located in Kongsberg, had long been known for precision and attention to detail. Every coin struck during this period underwent rigorous quality control to ensure clarity in design, proper metal composition, and uniform weight. The copper-nickel alloy, chosen for durability, allowed coins to withstand decades of circulation without losing their visual appeal. This combination of artistry and practicality demonstrates that Norway valued coins not only as tools of trade but as objects worthy of aesthetic and symbolic consideration. Beyond its everyday use, the 50R became an object of interest for collectors and historians. While ordinary during circulation, the coin's eventual withdrawal in 2012 increased its rarity and collectible value. Numismatists pay close attention to the 1981 issue for several reasons. First, the coin's design is a quintessential example of mid-20th century Scandinavian coin aesthetics, clean, minimalistic, yet rich in symbolic meaning. Second, the coin captures a moment in Norway's economic history, illustrating both the country's monetary practices and its cultural priorities. Finally, the 50 R is a tangible connection to a period when small coins were still essential in daily life, a reminder of an era before digital payments and electronic transfers dominated commerce. From a cultural standpoint, the coin story resonates far beyond economics. Coins are silent witnesses to society, and the 50R is no exception. Over its decades of use, it passed through countless hands, touching the lives of ordinary Norwegians in ways large denominations never could. Imagine a 50R coin in the hands of a young child buying candy, a student paying for a bus ride, or a farmer purchasing supplies at the local market. Each transaction tied the individual to the state, to the economy, and to the heritage represented by the Royal Lion. In this sense, the coin was both functional and symbolic, a daily reminder of Norway's stability, monarchy, and identity. The 1981 50R coin also reflects broader trends in currency evolution and economic policy. By the late 20th century, inflation had gradually reduced the practical utility of smaller denominations. The Norwegian central bank eventually decided that maintaining low-value coins was no longer cost-effective, leading to the 50 craze withdrawal in 2012. However, this decision did not erase the coin's legacy. Instead, it enhanced its historical significance and made it a desirable collectible. Coins that were once commonplace became historical artifacts, telling the story of Norway's economic choices and societal priorities. Collectors today often focus on grading, preservation, and rarity when evaluating the 1981 50R, a well-preserved coin with crisp details on the Royal Lion, clear date markings, and minimal wear can fetch a higher price among numismatists. Its appeal lies not in intrinsic value but in the story it carries: centuries of heraldic symbolism, decades of circulation, and the bridge between Norway's past and modernity. It serves as a window into Norwegian society, a miniature historical document that can be held, examined, and appreciated for both its artistry and its narrative. In addition to numismatic interest, the coin is an important educational tool. By studying the 50R, students and enthusiasts learn not only about currency but also about Norwegian culture, monarchy, and design principles. The lion's depiction, the crown, and the coin's precise inscriptions illustrate how even small objects are imbued with meaning and purpose. This approach helps viewers appreciate the intersection of art, history, and economics, making the coin a powerful teaching tool as well as a collectible. The 1981 50R also tells a story of continuity and change. Its design remained relatively consistent with previous decades, maintaining heraldic tradition, yet it circulated during a period of modernization and societal shifts. The coin straddled two worlds. It was a functional item in a pre-digital, cash-oriented economy and simultaneously a symbolic artifact that connected Norwegians with their centuries-old monarchy. Today, it reminds us that even objects intended for mundane purposes can carry profound cultural and historical significance. For content creators, the 1981 Norwegian 50R is a goldmine for storytelling. A video or reel can highlight its iconic Royal Lion design, historical context, everyday use, and eventual withdrawal. Narration can focus on its passage through everyday Norwegian life, its artistry, and its symbolic meaning, captivating both collectors and casual audiences. By emphasizing the human and cultural stories behind the coin, one can transform a small piece of currency into a compelling narrative of heritage, national pride, and historical evolution. In conclusion, the 1981 Norwegian 50R coin is far more than a minor denomination. It is a cultural symbol, a historical artifact, and a numismatic treasure. From its careful minting to its decades of circulation, from its everyday utility to its collectible status, the coin embodies Norway's past, present, and enduring traditions. Holding it is like holding a story, one of monarchy, heritage, and the small but significant threads that connect ordinary lives to the nation's identity. Even in a world dominated by digital transactions, the 50R reminds us of the tactile, human, and historical dimension of money, a small coin with a truly majestic legacy. As we delve deeper into the story of the 1981 Norwegian 50R, it becomes evident that this small coin occupies a unique place in the broader spectrum of Norwegian currency. While the 50R represented just half a krone, it was part of a carefully structured monetary system that included denominations ranging from 1 R to several kroner. Each coin had its role in everyday commerce, and the 50R struck a balance between utility and symbolism. Its smaller size made it ideal for minor transactions, while its intricate design conveyed national pride, bridging functionality with cultural significance. When compared to other Norwegian coins of the era, such as the 1 krone, 5 krone, and 25R, the 50R stands out for its subtle elegance. Larger coins often featured more elaborate motifs or bolder engravings, but the 50R maintained a clean and minimalist design that emphasized clarity and heraldic tradition. Its royal lion motif, holding a halberd beneath a crown, echoed the imagery found on higher denominations, creating a cohesive visual identity across the currency system. Meanwhile, smaller denominations like the 10 or 25 are often featured simpler designs, but none carried the same symbolic gravitas as the 50R in this sense. The coin was both humble in its value and majestic in its representation of Norwegian heritage. The 1980s in Norway were a period of economic growth and modernization, but they also brought challenges for smaller coin denominations. Inflation gradually reduced the practical utility of low-value coins, making them less relevant for day-to-day purchases. Despite this, the 50R remained in circulation for decades because of its familiarity, convenience, and the symbolic weight it carried in the public consciousness. Unlike higher-value coins, which were often stored or used for savings, the 50R circulated freely, touching the hands of ordinary citizens and silently chronicling the rhythms of everyday Norwegian life. From buying bread at a local bakery to paying for a newspaper or a bus fare, this coin was a constant companion in both rural and urban settings. For collectors, the 1981 Norwegian 50R offers layers of interest beyond its monetary function. Its historical significance, design quality, and symbolic depth make it a prized addition to any collection of Scandinavian coins. Numismatists often highlight the royal lion motif as an exemplary representation of mid-20th century Scandinavian coinage aesthetics. The balance of functionality and artistry demonstrates the Norwegian approach to minting. Even a coin intended for everyday use should convey cultural values and national identity. The fact that the 50R was eventually withdrawn from circulation in 2012 only increased its appeal, transforming a once common coin into a historical artifact with collectible value. Collectors often seek coins in uncirculated or high-grade condition, where the details of the lion, crown, and inscriptions are sharp and clear. Such specimens offer not just aesthetic satisfaction but also a sense of connection to Norway's past. Owning a 198150 R in pristine condition is like holding a miniature time capsule. It embodies the daily lives of Norwegians, the artistry of the mint, and the continuity of royal symbolism. For history enthusiasts, the coin is a tangible link to an era when coins were both practical instruments and vessels of cultural storytelling. The economic story of the 50R also illustrates the impact of broader societal changes. As Norway modernized and embraced electronic transactions, the necessity of small denomination coins decreased. Banks and central authorities gradually phased out low-value coins to reduce costs and streamline commerce. Yet even in this transition, the 50R retained a special place in the collective memory of the nation. Citizens who grew up with these coins remembered them not just for their practical uses but for the subtle sense of connection they provided to the monarchy, the state, and the country's cultural heritage. Additionally, the coin serves as a remarkable educational tool. It offers insights into Norwegian history, design, and economic practices. Students, collectors, and casual observers can learn about heraldry, symbolism, and the evolution of currency simply by studying the 1981 50R, its lion motif, crown, and clean inscriptions demonstrate how coins can embody the values, priorities, and aesthetic sensibilities of a nation. Through this lens, even a modest coin becomes a window into a society's broader identity, offering lessons about governance, heritage, and artistic expression. The narrative of the 50R also highlights the intimate relationship between coins and human life. Unlike banknotes, which are often stored or circulated briefly, coins are touched, held, and exchanged repeatedly. They witness the mundane yet meaningful moments of daily life. A 50R coin might have passed through dozens of hands in a single week. A student buying a snack, a shopkeeper giving change, a traveler paying for local transportation. Each interaction adds layers to the coin's story, making it a silent observer of Norwegian society and culture. Finally, the 1981 50R coin embodies the duality of continuity and change. Its design remained rooted in centuries of heraldic tradition, yet it circulated during a time of societal modernization and economic growth. The coin connects Norway's medieval past with the late 20th century, reminding us that even the smallest objects can carry profound historical and cultural meaning. Today, it stands as a collectible, a teaching tool, and a symbol of national pride, proving that value is not only measured in currency but in the stories and heritage a coin represents. As we reach the final chapter of the story of the 1981 Norwegian 50R coin, it is clear that this small coin is far more than its face value suggests. Over decades, it has quietly woven itself into the fabric of Norwegian life, connecting citizens to their economy, culture, and monarchy. While initially minted as a practical half-krone denomination, the coin has transcended its functional purpose to become a symbol of Norway's heritage, a collectible treasure, and an educational artifact. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1981 50R is its timeless design. The Royal Lion, a heraldic emblem used for centuries in Norwegian history, conveys courage, vigilance, and national pride. Wielding a halberd beneath a crown, the lion represents both the monarchy's authority and the nation's enduring stability. Even as the world modernized around it, this small coin retained a visual continuity that connected the present to Norway's medieval past. The crown atop the lion reinforces this message of continuity, reminding each holder that Norway's monarchy has been a central part of the nation's identity for generations. In circulation, the 50R was an indispensable tool for everyday life. Its use in buying groceries, paying for transportation, or conducting minor transactions made it a constant presence in Norwegian society. Unlike larger coins or banknotes, which often felt distant or formal, the 50R was intimately connected to ordinary citizens, bridging the gap between the state and the people. It was a coin that could be held, examined, and passed from hand to hand, silently chronicling countless stories of daily life. Each scratch, nick, and worn edge tells the tale of decades of use, making each coin unique in its journey through time. Over the years, economic changes began to affect the role of the 50R. Inflation reduced the coin's practical utility, and technological advances made cash transactions less dominant. Despite this, the coin remained in circulation until May 1, 2012, when it was officially withdrawn as legal tender. This withdrawal marked the end of an era, but simultaneously elevated the coin's historical and numismatic value. Once an ordinary piece of currency, it became a collectible artifact, sought after by numismatists, historians, and enthusiasts who appreciated its design, symbolism, and story. Collectors today view the 19815 OR as a valuable piece of Scandinavian coinage. Its copper-nickel composition ensures durability, and its minimalist yet symbolic design makes it visually appealing. Well-preserved coins with sharp details on the lion, crown, and inscriptions are particularly prized. They are graded according to wear, luster, and overall condition, with uncirculated or near-mint examples commanding higher interest among enthusiasts. Beyond monetary value, the coin is cherished for its historical significance. It represents Norway's royal traditions, economic history, and mid-20th century cultural aesthetics. From an educational standpoint, the 50R offers insights into Norwegian heritage, design, and economy. Studying the coin allows students, collectors, and casual viewers to explore the evolution of Norway's currency system, the symbolic importance of heraldry, and the ways in which everyday objects can reflect broader societal values. The coin's Royal Lion motif, balanced design, and durable composition make it an ideal teaching tool, demonstrating how art, history, and economics intersect in tangible, meaningful ways. Beyond its numismatic and educational value, the coin carries stories of everyday human life. It traveled through the hands of shopkeepers, students, workers, and travelers, witnessing countless small moments of Norwegian society. A coin that paid for a loaf of bread in Oslo might also have ended up in a small rural village, connecting diverse people and places through a shared medium. In this way, the 19815 ORE is not just a symbol of the nation, it is a witness to daily life, a silent observer of ordinary experiences that collectively shape a culture. Even decades after its minting, the 1981 50R remains a celebrated artifact. Its historical context, cultural symbolism, and aesthetic appeal ensure that it will continue to capture the interest of collectors and enthusiasts. The coin embodies a duality. It is both practical and artistic, mundane yet majestic, ordinary in everyday use yet extraordinary in historical significance. For those who hold it today, it is a bridge to the past, a tangible reminder of Norway's monarchy, economic history, and enduring traditions. In conclusion, the 1981 Norwegian 50R coin is far more than half a krone. It is a piece of history, a symbol of national pride, and a collectible treasure that embodies centuries of heritage. Its Royal Lion design, precise minting, and decades of circulation tell a story of continuity, culture, and connection to the people of Norway. This small coin is a testament to how even everyday objects can carry deep meaning, leaving an enduring legacy that transcends its monetary function. For anyone passionate about coins, history, or culture, the 1981 50R offers a fascinating glimpse into Norway's past. From its careful design to its role in daily transactions, and from its withdrawal from circulation to its collectible status, it stands as a miniature ambassador of Norwegian identity. Holding it is like holding a story of monarchy, culture, economy, and human experience, all encapsulated in a coin no larger than a fingertip. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 1981 Norwegian 50R, make sure to like this video, comment your favorite part of the coin story, and subscribe. Coinage Era for more fascinating histories of coins from around the world. Every coin has a story, and we bring them to life for you here on our channel.